Hey guys, it's me, and it's a special edition of the vlog. Racing Day! For those of you who know me, or who have known me for a while, I did my first Run Disney race back in January. I ran the Neverland 5K along with TheBoy, and that was crazy. It was cold, and but I finished. I was a whiny mess, and I hit this weird wall of grief literally around mile 2. It was like at the mile 2 marker. And but I finished it. TheBoy had decided that he wanted to try his hand at a half marathon, and through Run Disney they do a bunch of half marathons. 2 of them here in California, and one of them being the Tinkerbell Half Marathon, and then the Disneyland Half Marathon. So I went ahead and I did the Disneyland 5K. I think that's what it's officially called. And I finished. I raced it without TheBoy, but I ran into Heather, who I knew from my days working at Disneyland, and we had a similar pace, and we wound up running together. It was really nice, so that helped. Anyways, there's my medal. So I don't know if you could see it at all because of the lighting here. I'm really sorry for all the color stuff going in the background. I don't know what is up with my computer, or if it's just the lighting in here. It's like some weird, crazy disco, but we're stuck with that. But TheBoy, he ran the Disneyland Half Marathon, and I'm really proud of him. A 5K is actually about 3.2 miles, if I remember right. Now, a half marathon is 13.1 miles. So TheBoy did the half marathon, and he did extraordinarily well, and I cannot remember his final time, and he's over there, and I don't even know that he remembers his final time, but he had an average pace of 10 minutes and 24 seconds, and that's phenomenal, and he actually ran the entire way. And I think that's totally crazy and amazing, and I honestly I couldn't be prouder of him, because that's tough, and it was further than he'd ever run, and I'm really proud of him for that. This weekend they actually had 3 races. This was the inaugural Dumbo 10K. There were some crazy people because they offer medals for stuff. And for stuff, I'm so concise here. They offer medals for various achievements, and so they'll give challenges, like some of the stuff for Run Disney. If you do a half marathon here on the West Coast at Disneyland, and then you do one of the half marathons that they have over at Walt Disney World within the same year, you can win a coast-to-coast medal. They were offering a special medal this weekend too, for the Dumbo Challenge, which if you did the Dumbo 10K as well as the half marathon, you could win a medal. And there were some crazy people who actually did the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon. And now the crazy part is the 5K and the 10K were back to back on Saturday morning. So that's crazy, and I applaud everyone who's crazy enough to do that. That just scares the bejesus out of me. Anyways, it's been an interesting weekend. You know, these races are kind of crazy because they have start times of like 5:30, so you have to get there. They want you to get there around 4:30 so that you can corral, and that's like the racing queuing up. So like my alarm went off at 3:30, and for my race, and I'd been awake a little bit before that, and and it happened with the last 5K too. I was wide awake, and this morning not so much, because apparently if it's not my race, I don't get that adrenaline. But funny story. So when you fill out your bib, they have a thing on the back where I'm not going to show you in the back, but you know, racing bib. But on the back, it has stuff for you to put emergency contact information. So if anything happens, they can contact your family, and someone can find you at the medical tent. Well, I was obviously listed as TheBoy's emergency contact, and he had my cell phone. And when we got over there, which isn't all that far, the start line wasn't all that far from our hotel, we realized I forgot my phone, and so I had to walk back here to get it. And there were so if you guys were on Facebook or Twitter, there were a bunch of tweets and stuff because I was back in the room for a little bit. But then I went back. I actually did get to see him start, and that was great. And then so I hightailed it over to where they come out Because the first part of the route is where they go around and go through Disneyland, and well, actually, the resort as a whole, because they were going through California Adventure, and so I snuck over where they came out, and I actually got to catch him come out, and I got a picture of him, and but it was really great because I wasn't sure he was going to see me, and then there was this moment where he's coming out serious look, and then this giant smile on his face, and I was like, yeah, he saw me, and he waved, and I remembered to snatch a picture before he went off, and then from then on, I was just checking my phone for his updates, and I was supposed to be writing while he was running, and I was so amped up. Anyways, I think I was just as keyed up as he was, but again, super uber proud. So we have some racing traditions, and we started it with when we did the Neverland 5K, where we did the race, and then afterwards we came back and we ordered breakfast, and then we went back to sleep. The 5K, when I ran it, it was like 80 degrees at 4 in the morning. It was insanely hot. By the time I finished, I think I'd sweated more than I've sweated on any run. No, this was insane. And we came back and I showered, ordered breakfast, and I gotta tell you, a breakfast post run like that, it's like the best meal you've ever had. And I slept for like 4 hours. And obviously we didn't bring the kidlets because one, I don't know any kid that wants to wake up at 3:30 just because their parents are going for a race. So then this morning we got back a lot later, obviously, because his race was certainly longer than mine, but we did the same thing, breakfast and some sleep. It's been a really nice weekend, a nice break from the kids, a nice break from the norm, and one of those great things where you see what you're really made of. The boy even admitted he didn't expect me to finish the 5K. I did not do very much training, and I don't recommend that for anyone, especially if it's a summer race. Train and hydrate. The night before, I posted about it and being nervous, and I got a lot of wonderful, wonderful tweets from you guys, and that made a world of difference. And it really, I got out there and I felt like I knew I could do it. You guys believed in me, and I mean, I'd already done one 5K, so I had to be able to do it again, and so I did. And yeah, thank you guys a lot. And that whole thing wasn't saying that the boy didn't think that I could do it. It was just he knew that there was a statistically high chance that I wouldn't, because I didn't prepare, and you should always prepare and train. For races. I've met a shocking amount of people whose relatives, yes, I talked to people. I met a lot of people whose relatives didn't train, and I don't really understand. And for the half marathon. Okay, so if you guys haven't yet, go on ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter. I am Whitney D. I have a Facebook page that I occasionally post on. I am Geek Pirate Mom. All you have to do is put in those 3 words and into the search bar, and my thing will pop up. I have a Tumblr page as well as a Google Plus account. If you want to find either of those, you can go to my website. It's whitneydrake.com, and I have links for both of those. And I think that's about it. At any rate, running is not something that I thought I would ever do. And it was one of those things that for years, and I do mean years, considering I've known the boy for 15 years now, and he's been running all that time. I did not understand it at all, and now that I've started running, it's been something worthwhile, and it's been a challenge, and I've definitely gotten a lot healthier in the time that I have been running. So it's one of those things that if you want to take a chance, give running a shot. You can probably find reasonably priced 5Ks in your area that are run walks. All you need is to invest in some good running shoes and, find some open road and go for it. You might surprise yourself. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye. For some reason, it keeps switching between colors, and so it's like, oops, 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 oops. I know, weird.